A number of subjects sat by candidates from St. Kitts and Nevis at the Cxc and Cape levels were returned ungraded, disclosed Minister of Education Jonel Powell. He gave his Cxc report at a press conference organized by the Ministry of Education on Monday.
The content herein is based on preliminary results and is being presented against the backdrop that a number of subjects were ungraded. Possible reasons for ungraded results include absenteeism or non-submission of SBAs and internal assessments, or some component of the same. Likewise, SBAs and internal assessments could have been submitted but inadvertently overlooked or not processed by Cxc. There have been minimal cases where SBAs were not submitted for private candidates, but reports indicate that all requirements were fulfilled by school and college candidates. Feedback from Cxc would provide specific details in relation to the actual reasons for ungraded results being awarded to candidates from St. Kitts and Nevis. Candidates are seeking to challenge grades received by utilizing Cxc's query and review process. Therefore, final statistics may be impacted.
The minister gave a breakdown of the St. Kitts and Nevis Cxc results for 2020.
Of the 5,109 acceptable grades returned for Cxc examinations, 4,155 were obtained by school candidates and 954 by private registrants, for a national pass rate of 84.03%, as against 80.37% recorded in 2019. So we are pleased to report an increase in our national pass rate this year over last year. The Federation recorded a national pass rate of 86.32% for English A, which saw 700 acceptable grades from 811 entries. This is a slight increase over 2019, which realized 84.15%. There was, however, a marked decrease in English B, which scored 49 acceptable grades from 69 entries, when compared to 61 acceptable grades from 71 entries recorded in 2019, with a pass rate of 85.92%. This year's English B returned a national pass rate of 71.01%.
The Washington Archibald High School and the Charlestown Secondary School, being the largest high schools on both islands, recorded the highest number of passes. Meanwhile, at the Cape level, St. Kitts and Nevis recorded a 90% pass rate.
Acceptable grades returned for Cape subjects by our 5 centers are as follows. Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College returned 919 out of 1,011 subject entries. CFBC Adult and Continuing Education Division obtained some 61 of 67 entries. Her Majesty's Prison amassed 28 out of 31. Nevis Sixth Form obtained 441 out of 492 entries, and Nevis Private returned 5 acceptable grades from 6 entries sat. Based on the preliminary statistics provided, the Ministry of Education is pleased to announce that our Cape candidates returned a national pass rate of 90.48% in this year's examinations.
Mr. Vincent Hodge, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, disclosed that only the Virgils High School has so far registered complaints as it relates to the Cxc results, but expects that other schools are compiling a report of questionable results. He said a request would be made to Cxc to waive the $30 fee to query the result of each subject. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.